This is it. It's all been leading to this. We have covered 49 of what many consider to be the 50 greatest cartoons ever made, and now we've reached the finish line. The cartoon that is considered to be the greatest cartoon of all time? What's Opera Doc from 1957, starring Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, and directed by the legendary Chuck Jones. A parody of Richard Wagner's Der Ring des Nibelungen, Elmer is hunting Bugs, but instead of his hunting gun, Elmer has a magic helmet, which gives him the power to control the weather. I admit, when I first watched this cartoon as a kid, I hated it. I wasn't interested in Looney Tunes for music and dancing. I was there to watch them beat each other up. This cartoon had no slapstick in it at all. I was also used to seeing Bugs on top of things. This is the first time I ever saw him look vulnerable. It's also the first time I ever saw Bugs defeated. It went against everything I understood about the character's nature. I genuinely felt betrayed, to the point where I would refuse to watch this cartoon whenever it came on television. But as the years have gone on, I've noticed it pop up on several people's top 10 lists, and several critics calling it one of the greatest Looney Tunes shorts ever. Chuck Jones's masterpiece. It was also the very first cartoon short to be deemed culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress in 1992, earning it a spot in the National Film Registry. So I decided to give it another chance, and over the years, I've warmed up to it. It's not one of my personal favorite cartoons, but today I do understand its appeal and I highly respect it. I'm not an opera expert. I've never even been to one. My only knowledge of opera is from what I have seen in movies, as well as these cartoons. So I can't fairly judge this short from an opera perspective, even though visually it does look appropriate. From an artistic standpoint, on the other hand, this cartoon is unmatched. The setting is big, the music sounds epic, and the unique camera angles along with the expressive lighting, shadow, and even color convey the emotions beautifully. Everyone on the staff brought their A game to this cartoon, because they knew they were working on something special. Not just Jones's directing, but also the writing by Michael Maltese, especially with the lyrics to the song Return My Love. The layouts by Maurice Noble are unlike anything a Looney Tunes short has ever offered, as well as the camera work by Ken Moore. This cartoon also pays homage to other classic works like Fantasia's Night on Bald Mountain to Friz Freleng's Hair Meets Hair from 1945. This cartoon was truly made by the best of the best, said Chuck Jones. For sheer production quality, magnificent music, and wonderful animation, this is probably our most elaborate and satisfying production. Another unsung legend that deserves a lot of credit for this cartoon is Elmer's voice actor Arthur Q. Bryan. Because of Mel Blanc's contract, he was the only voice actor to be credited. And Mel does a great job too, as always, even filling in for Elmer when he screams "Smog," because Bryan couldn't make his voice go that high. But I feel Arthur Q. Bryan carries the majority of this cartoon. He is the center that holds this cartoon together. Sadly, Arthur Q. Bryan passed away of a heart attack in 1959, just 2 years after this short was released. And while this wasn't his final time playing Elmer, this is the last cartoon of his that received legendary status. So it's easy to consider What's Opera Doc as Bryan's swan song, even though it wasn't official. From what I understand, this was also Chuck Jones's last time directing a cartoon with Elmer Fudd. What a way to go out. So while I don't really consider What's Opera Doc to be one of my personal favorites, I can understand the appeal that draws people to it, and I don't blame them. Well guys, we've reached the end. I hope you've enjoyed this journey as much as I have. This was a fun ride going down memory lane with these cartoons. And to any younger viewers out there, I hope this series turns you on to great cartoons that you may be missing out on. So, over 30 years later, do I think this list is still accurate? Yeah, mostly. I do think there are some that they overlooked, though. I would have liked to have seen another Tom and Jerry cartoon on the list. Maybe a Pixar one too, like Luxo Jr. And it blows my mind that Baseball Bugs didn't even make the list. It was nominated, but still, that cartoon is Bugs Bunny at his best. But still, just because these cartoons made the top 50 list doesn't mean that they're the only cartoons worth your time. There are many out there to explore and enjoy. Take care, guys, and if you like this, you can click here and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.